Hi beauty fam. I am showing you a makeup look that I did since Surratt is having a really big sale. This is probably the most discounted I've ever seen Surratt ever. So if you want to use their discount and then stack the discount code, I have Miki15, MIKI15, it's stackable. So I thought I'd hop on, and I'm actually getting ready for the day, but I thought I would put on my face the makeup that I see that's actually on sale. So Surratt, Chantecaille, and Westman Atelier are all on my face. So let me show you what's on my face that I put on today, and would love it if you support my channel by using my affiliate links. You don't have to, but if you'd like to and this is helpful, that helps me out. Let's start with what I did for my base. I actually love this foundation skincare kind of combo. I actually take this Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 15 anytime I'm out of town, especially if I'm going somewhere warm, but I also like using it as a primer. So I actually have that on my face. It has more coverage than the Future Gel Skin Foundation. So I actually put that in my cheek area where I have rosacea and redness, and I ate things I shouldn't have yesterday for Thanksgiving. So I have more redness here. So I put that on my as a primer here, and I'll show you what that looks like really quick. And the color I use is Wheat, and that's the shade. And you can certainly use it by itself. It's more coverage than the gel foundation, but there's something magical about this. This is the Japanese technology. It's made in Japan, and this is the Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation in the shade Shea. This is probably my favorite natural foundation. Just my skin looks so beautiful, plump, and healthy, and actually it looks even better throughout the day. And then for my concealer, I put on my favorite concealer of the entire year, and it actually might be my favorite concealer in the past 2 years. It really surprised me, and it's the Westman Atelier concealer. It is the Vital Skincare Concealer, and I wear it in the shade M4. And the best way I like to use this concealer is that I actually like to put some on my hand here, and then I like to dab the foundation or the concealer into my concealer brush. And for me, I found this to be the best way. I don't like using a sponge or streaking it on. I find the best way to apply it in the most natural way for this formula is pushing it into the brush. And I've actually used this under my eyes and then spot concealing. I'll even do it now. I have some powder on already, but I like to use it in the areas where I have some acne scarring. You can see some here, acne scarring. And I just love this to like brighten areas of my face as well. So that's my concealer from Westman Atelier, and they're having a great sale. I think it's 20% off. And for my under eyes, I'm using Pink Bubble from Westman Atelier. This is the Vital Pressed Skincare Powder. And if you have dry skin, this is really great. It was recommended to me by some beauty friends that this is a really nice one, Pink Bubble, to use. It's very light, very natural. And I just use that underneath my under my eyes. I can use this on spot treatment, but I don't like to use it all over my face. I just like to use that really kind of over in this area, like here and here. And before I move on to the other products, the other product that I actually used yesterday, I don't have it on this film, is the SURRAT Dew Drop Foundation. And I love this also as a natural foundation. It is definitely lighter than the Chantecaille Gel foundation. This is more of a liquid, and this is almost like your skin but better. And there's something really nice about this formula. It's more sheer than this formula even, but it just kind of evens out my skin tone. It doesn't hide any blemishes or acne, but it just looks like I have really healthy skin. And with my natural oils, as the day goes on, it just looks really beautiful. And this is one of my hero products. Once this is gone, I'm definitely going to repurchase it, but this is definitely on the sale. For Surratt, I use shade 7. It's a tad bit too light for me, but the undertone is right. Before I powder down my face, I made sure to use one of my favorite, if not favorite, contour stick. And this is, I'm sure a lot of you know, it's the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. And out of all three Westman Atelier products, this used to be my favorite. Now it's the concealer. I can't live with that concealer. It's fantastic. And now this is the shade Truffle. And I just love this shade and the formula. It's just really emollient, and it's got enough tack that it has pigment. But the thing that's what's tricky, I think, with cream products, at least for me, is because I have texture and I have my base down already. I find that cream products can sometimes be difficult to work with because then it lifts up my foundation, my base, and this does not. This is probably the best formula I've used. And I recently found my Chanel one, which was at the back of the drawer and it fell, and they had reformulated their cream product. This is the Le Beige Chanel one. This is the newly reformulated one in $3.95 Soleil Tan Deep Bronze. It's very similar color. It's just not as emollient. So there's a little bit more, I don't know how to say it. There's bodies, not enough slip. So this is really close to this, but this is a better formula because it doesn't lift up my base or foundation at all. And I know some of you are picky about cream products. This is like an instant rebuy. Like, for basically, if I were to pan this or lose this tomorrow, I would definitely buy it, whether or not it was on sale or not. So for my shade, Skin Coloring Truffle is the one that I use. And even before I started doing my makeup, I didn't get to show it to you, but I have to show you my favorite eyelash curler ever. I've tried so many, and I have almond shaped eyes but Asian eyelids, and there's something about the curvature because of my ethnicity, that eyelash curlers sometimes can be really, really difficult, like they pinch. And Surratt has the best eyelash curler I've tried. I feel like I've tried them all, like since like high school, like Revlon, even Shiseido, and Shea was my favorite one for a while because that is a Japanese brand. Surratt has the best eyelash curler. So as of today, I looked, the replacement pad is sold out, but I believe the eyelash curler is still around. But basically, if I lost this tomorrow, I would not hesitate to buy this, even if it was on sale or not, because I love it that much. Highly recommend. It's definitely my favorite like tool of eyelash curling in my entire like arsenal. And just so you know, I'm probably going to edit this and put it first on Instagram, but I'm probably going to edit it and then put it on YouTube. And sometimes some people let me know when it goes live, the formatting isn't like horizontal. It's because I'm using my iPhone. Sometimes I just don't want to get out the whole gear of my Sony vlogging camera, because I think sometimes the quality might be better. I don't know. It's just easier sometimes for me to use my iPhone. I'm going to show you, I did my brows. When I'm really, really lazy, I will use the brow gel. This is the brow pomade, deep brown. And this is, excuse me, also made in Japan. That's the thing about Surratt, is it's most of their products and technology, their products are made in Japan, but it has a Western aesthetic. And this is the brow pomade I use. It's just sticky enough that it stays, but it's not too liquidy. So that's what I have my brows. I'm a busy person. I don't have time to fuss. This is what I grab on the go. So I use deep brown. And again, if I lost this tomorrow, I would instantly buy this. Definitely highly recommend this one as well. After I powder down my face, I don't have any loose powder from Chantecaille, Westman Atelier, or Surratt. So after I powder down my face, I actually went in with the neutral shade of the bronzer. And they have one that's like neutral medium and then deeper one, which is more red. I decided to go for the neutral one because I have a lot of warm leaning bronzers, and I really wanted to try a formula from Japan that was a bronzer. I noticed like a lot of traditional Japanese brands like SUQQU and Egyptian Tokyo, bronzers are not like seemingly very popular in Japan. So I wanted to try more of a neutral one. This is a beautiful formula. It's very soft and slurry and silky, and I think it's a beautiful neutral bronzer. And this is what I have in terms of powdering over the cream. I like to layer my products just because I find, at least for me, it lasts longer because I have such oily skin. But this is the neutral shade. I didn't get it in the container because I wanted to save some money. Again, this is on sale whether you want to get the refill or the one with the packaging. So I have a lot of Z palettes, and so it's actually really big. It's bigger than I thought it'd be. So this is the one that's the lighter one, or what they call a neutral bronzer. Let's talk about the brushes. Those are the products that I ended up buying for the Surratt sale. I ended up buying all the brushes that I was interested in. The only one I didn't get was one was sold out. I think that might have been the blush brush. And then there was one that was like a huge face brush. And I use one face brush, and this is the SUQQU. I decided not to get the Surratt face brush because actually it was kind of expensive. Even with the sale, it was still $130. So I ended up getting, I think, about 4 brushes. I love their brushes. I think they're wonderful. They're kind of like the sleeper hit. And if like, it's one of those products of like, if you know, you know. My favorite brush from Surratt is what they call the Grande Oversized brush. And excuse this is pretty used and dirty, but it's much cleaner obviously when it comes new. It's squirrel hair, so it's very soft, and it's a unique shape in that I don't have anything like this. I was trying to replace my Wayne Goss airbrush brush for under eyes, and this is the one now I use every day. So it's super soft, and it gets, look how silky that is. It just gets in the eyes and the crevices that I need, and like even spot treatments like this. This is the one I use every day. And so I clean this like every 2 weeks, and then it gets clean. But definitely if I had an extra one of these in my cart, and I decided not to because I wanted to get the ones I hadn't already. So this is my favorite brush of at least Surratt that I've tried. The second one is the smaller one, and I'll show you. So this is the Grande, and I think this is like the smaller one. I'll show you all 3. So there's 3 of these, and let me just show you the handles. I don't know if it's going to pick it up on camera, but the design on the handles it's like a blue purple shift, and it reminds me a lot of this Chanel Phenomenon nail polish that came out during the season, Halloween, fall. So there's like a purple, blue, and green shift on these handles. I think it's so like modern, slick. I love it. I love the handles. They're light, they're sleek, and that, you know, they have this design, and then they're matte black. But moreover, the brushes work. So these squirrel hairs have like a tapered edge, and they're so soft. And I often think how like a lot of people really tend to now really get Sonia G, because she's really done a great job in creating Fluide brushes and marketing herself. I actually like these because I think the Surratt brushes hit a market or fill a market that she actually doesn't do. Like they're tapered and delicate and small. And I don't think she really has ones like this. Do you see how it glides across my face? So, and I have sensitive skin, and I use this for really delicate eye placement. It's like probably up here, and it just glides around like this area. Do you see? It just like dances. So pretty. I love these brushes. And then the first face brush I got is the Surratt one. I believe this is the angled one. And I'm sorry, I don't have the names of it right now, but it's basically, if you go on the website, it's the one that's angled. And I use this a lot for, let me clean it up. I use it either for bronzer placement here or blush, and I just clean it off. And again, it's really soft because this is also squirrel hair. I also considered getting a second one, a backup of this, but I decided not to, and I just ended up getting 4 new brushes. We'll see how those are, and I'll unbox those when I get those. But I just can't speak highly enough more of these like Surratt brushes. I think they're gorgeous. I think they do, for me, they rival like Sonia G. It's a different, I mean, these are squirrel hair. She doesn't have too many squirrel hair in my opinion, but if you think about design wise, I love the aesthetic. The design's beautiful. It's from Japan, and the quality is fantastic. They're not super long, but for me, they're quality, like they're light in terms of the makeup, professional quality. They remind me of an elevated version of SUQQU squirrel hair brushes, but their signature are these like pointed candle wick designs. So if you are looking for brushes that are squirrel hair, I highly recommend getting one of these brushes. If there's one, I would recommend this if you're looking for something like under eye. I love this. This is the one I would replace in a heartbeat out of all three, or out of all four of these. This is my favorite, most used face brush, one of my most used face brushes in my entire collection. It's on my top shelf. It's like right near my powders. Use it every single day. So let's move on to eyes. My favorites, I have a lot of favorites from Surratt. This is how good of the brand they are. They don't come with out with a lot of releases every year. What they do is that they have staple products and they're excellent at it. It's more like quality versus quantity of pumping out the latest cool new like curation. And that's what I appreciate about Surratt, is that they are just like, they're like workhorse staples in my collection. And they actually make up a lot of, like, if I lost it yesterday, I don't know, I would definitely buy it the next day, because I don't think anything can replace it in my like opinion. My favorite liquid eyeliner is their Autographique. And if you follow me on Instagram or YouTube, most of the time I'm using this as my liner unless I'm reviewing a different product. But this is my go-to. I use the brown, and why I like it, and I love it, is that I've tried so many liquid eyeliner products and nibs since I've been wearing liquid eyeliner since I was like 15 years old. And I'm really particular about my nib. So the nib here is reminds me of calligraphy. It glides because the tip is very soft. And some people might think, oh, if it's soft, it's going to be hard to use. I don't think it's hard to use. The stiffer it is, it's harder for me to use, or if it's too flimsy, it's hard for me to use. And the way this works, let me do it. It's refillable. So there's a cartridge here, like a calligraphy pen. And so the pigment is coming down here. So you always have a really nice pigment load coming through. And you can do thin lines, like super thin, or you can do thick ones. And then even how you press it, you can get really great line quality. This is my most used one. I actually use mostly brown every day, because I think black, I used to wear black every day, but as I'm aging, it's just, I think brown is a softer, prettier color. They also come in black, which again, I just told you I don't really use black anymore. I use brown. And they have other fun colors. They say it's purple, but it's more of like a deep violet. Let me show it to you. Yeah, it's more of like a violet, not like a traditional purple. And then they have blue. Let me show you that one. This is the blue one. Let me do this so you can see. Great. And that's what I have on my eyes is actually the purple one, because I kind of have a purpley, more like cool tone look going instead of the warm tone, which is brown. Another product I recently picked up, it's not my favorite, but I just thought I'd show you because it's, you know, some people would like this mechanism. This is their Smoky Eye Baton in Intensiel, basically like a brown. So on one end is like a very smudgy brown liner, and it reminds me a lot of the Victoria Beckham Coco Kajal. So it's very emollient. So you have time to play with that. You can see it's like smudgy, but on the other side, you unscrew it, you don't pull it, is kind of like a smudgy shadow, and it says like a copper, and then you can use that together or smudge it together. Do you see that? And you can do a really quick smoky eye. I have used this traveling to do a really quick look. It's so petite. It's so, and again, it's that cool like color here, and then this is the color that you're putting on your eyes. So I like it more as a travel thing. I don't use smoky eyes all the time, but I can get a really nice look with this, like this mechanism or this product really quickly. So for the eyes, and I'll get in close so you can see the look, I tried a couple things and I'm really loving this look. It's really fun. Let me show you my favorite neutral palette of all time. And this should not be a surprise if you've been to my channel before. I love Beyond Beige. I haven't checked. This might still be available on Surratt. Again, this is my favorite, like basic neutral brown palette in my entire collection. A lot of people talk about Tom Ford. What is it? The one, I can't remember. It's discontinued. To me, this is the one that I use the most, and this is Surratt Beyond Beige. And I have a lot of makeup, and you can see this is probably the only eyeshadow quad in my entire collection that actually you're seeing pan on. So I love this. This is kind of like the matte, but it's not a flat matte. It does show up on me even though it looks my skin color, but it has like the perfect tone as a neutral base. And then you have the deep color here, and it is buildable. And I just love this. It's like a shimmery one here. It's almost got like a shift of a warmth in it as well. And then this is like the topper shade. I love it. I love this palette. If you're looking for like the perfect warm brown palette, this is it. And again, beautiful Surratt packaging. So you can see more of what I'm talking about, the multi-chrome color. This is the one that I bring when I'm traveling because it's so basic, but if I want to add color, I might bring like singles with me, but this is like my basic. Like if I were to lose this tomorrow, I would definitely buy it. Is not what is on my eyes. I actually have it on the inner corner. That's the only thing I have because I used this palette already yesterday for the holidays, for Thanksgiving holiday. I used this for the inner corner. It's like this peachy color. So I actually have singles, and I'm going to link my video of Surratt, and I have to be careful of this because it's only some of it's magnetic. So I know that for the sale, a bunch of these are, basically everything's on sale. So these are what I used for my eye. The only thing I didn't use is this one. And these are the singles, and I love the formula. It reminds me a lot of it's like a much more pigmented, smooth version of SUQQU, like old SUQQU eyeshadow like palettes or formula. If some of you know, I really actually love the old SUQQU formula too. I like the new one too, but I have a nostalgia for the old formula. So this is very creamy and silky. Not creamy, it's more like, yeah, there's like a little bit of like creaminess to it. If you can see, so beautiful. You can obviously tell I love cool tones. So pretty. And I'm not going to swatch them for you because I have another video where I actually unbox these and then swatch them. I'll just tell you really quick. This is Renard Rue. This is Rivasante Patine. This is Star with 2 R's. It's more of like a topper, shimmer topper. And then this is Ingenue. Such a beautiful pink. And that's the one I have mostly on my mobile lid. And then this is, what is this called? Liedevin, Liedevin, 3 different words. And you can see how there's like a shift into these shadows. These are definitely high-end luxury shadows. I think these are some of the best formulas on the market, like more than Chanel, DIOR. Like, I hate their new formula. Hate is a strong word, but if we're talking about high quality eyeshadows, like this is it. That's why I love the Beyond Beige palette so much. I'm like, it's so basic, so simple, but the quality of the shadows is like nothing I've ever seen. These are what I depanned or like pulled off of, I forget what they're called. They have like, it's a creamy pot and then a creamy pot thing and a topper. And what happened is a lot of times with cream products, they, you know, go bad or they harden. So they went bad because I've had these for a while, but I'm definitely keeping the shadows. So these are the toppers that you would put on top of the cream products. And I'll link it below into my Shop My link so you can see. So I don't use that cream product anymore. So they had a cream product and then it slid open and then it slid open like a drawer, and use these as toppers. I think this might have been a green one, and then the topper was this, such a gorgeous shade. And then they had a black one and the topper was this. I love these shades. And let me see if I can, yes, they're the prismatic eyes. And this, the purpley blue one is the visual eyes color. And then this one, like the yellow one, is the mesmerize. And I love these. These are even more like, have more zhuzh and like sparkle than the other ones I showed you. They almost remind me of the quality of Pat McGrath. So beautiful. You can see that shift. So gorgeous. And that's what I have on the bottom lid, called the Visual Eyes. Love that color. All right, we're almost done. I'm gonna just finish with the finishing product, what I end up finishing with this face and this look. So for powder, again, another holy grail product. If I lost it or was done with it tomorrow, I would instantly buy it again. This is my favorite finishing powder. This is the Perfect Blur Brightening Finishing Powder in light medium, and now they have like 2 different shades. I always use kind of like a thick brush. This is the MikiCarrBeauty 105. I only use this brush for this product, and because I use it every day, and it just kind of like settles everything and gives this beautiful luminous effect. This is Chantecaille, and Chantecaille does skincare beautifully and makeup. Like there's some staple products of Chantecaille as well that I will always rebuy. This is probably my 3rd. I love it. I love it. And this is like an everyday for me. And an everyday product that I use is the Chantecaille Faux Seals Mascara. I can't even tell you how many times I've repurchased this. I average probably like 3 or 4 of these a year. An instant rebuy. Definitely would want to pick that up during the sale. Okay, now we're going to move on to what blush do I have on my cheeks. Surratt, this is the shade Ponceau, Ponceau, and they do sell palettes for you to put them in, but I'm fine just like, I love like the simplicity again of Surratt. Like they're compact for makeup artists. They are not really into bulky packaging, which I so appreciate. And especially like as I have a collection, just a lot of times the packaging takes up so much space and so much room that it's just overwhelming. This is Ponceau. What I did was, let me just use the Surratt brush. This is the angled one, and it's very pigmented. And I'm going to tap off a little bit. And I just did this over here. And I'm trying this new blush technique. I follow, I can't remember her last name, Lim. She's a makeup artist, Asian descent. And I'm learning so much from her because she was talking about how people of Asian descent usually have like really high or lateral cheekbones. And for us, it's not super flattering to have blush back here. So we want to focus on having blush here and that it looks more youthful. So I started putting my blush here this week, and I'm really, really liking it. I do think it is actually more flattering on me. You let me know. I think this is such a beautiful color. It looks really intimidating in the pan, but for me, it just, with my skin tone, it just ends up really being beautiful. But I wanted to show you the other shade. The one, sorry, I just almost dropped that. I wanted to show you the other non-Surratt product. This is Chantecaille, and I've used this so much that the embossing is gone. This is the cheek shade Laughter or Coral. And this is what it looks like here. It's got a shimmer to it, so let me just clean this off. So I like to drape that over, and then I have a little bit of shimmer. Do you see how that, it's not, the other one is a matte one. And so I just think it looks super healthy. You don't have to use highlighter after this. I just think it's a really pretty blush to layer. So I know these are also on sale. Again, corals look really good on me because of my deeper like tan skin tone. Which one I recommend more? I really do love the Surratt one because I just tend to favor this formula because it's made in Japan. There's something about this form. I don't know what it is. It's some magic, but this is made in Japan. This is made in Italy. You can't go wrong with it. If you like lighter shades that are less pigmented, go with Chantecaille. But if you are a deeper complected beauty and want kind of more of like a soft filter blush matte effect, definitely go with Surratt. And I use the shade Ponceau. I think you can't go wrong with any of these. Actually, I'm so tempted. I really want to get more. I only have one, so I'm hoping I can get either a PR or just like maybe I'll go before Black Friday ends. I might get one more blush, but I'm really chock full of blushes at this point. But if you want to try one, I would definitely try a color that piques your interest, and that's the shade Ponceau, Ponceau. Okay, we're almost there. The last thing I have on my lips, I actually surprisingly don't have any Surratt lip products. It's really hard, at least for me, to go on their website to figure out what shades they have. And I don't have any Surratt. So if there is a Surratt product for lip that you think I should try, let me know. I recently decluttered like 1/3 of my lipstick collection, and there's 2 Chantecaille lipsticks that I kept. And the one that I picked for today's look is Acacia. Now this is from like the original release. This is like the Elephants release Safari collection, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, but it's still good. Some people like, yeah, it's still fine. This is my favorite lip formula from Chantecaille, and this is probably one of my favorite lip formulas in my entire collection for like nourishing lips. And this again is Acacia. I think this is such a beautiful shade. I think this might look really nice on a lot of skin tones, like people with lighter complexions. It's going to look more like deeper, like a deeper red. Let me just swatch it for you here. It's almost like a brownie red, and then I'm like a medium olive, sometimes tan. I'm losing my tan. And then me, it looks like a nice like a reddish pink. Beautiful. I just think it's one of the most beautiful lip formulas. This reminds me a lot of what I've seen Addiction Tokyo do for their lip balms. They have like a formula similar to this, but what I think Chantecaille is really good at is they do a lot of like really pretty pinks, and you can find your shade in there somewhere. So this is Acacia on me with my complexion. So pretty. Okay, that's it, beauty fam. Let me know what you are thinking about getting. So gave you just some highlights of my quick recommendations from Chantecaille, Surratt, and Westman Atelier since they're having sales. Don't feel the need to shop them, but if you've been wondering, like, I want to try something from each of those brands, I'll tell you my top 2 in each one. Definitely try this. This is like a hero product. This is my second repurchase of this. And then for me, I know it seems boring, but I love the powder. Like this is like, okay, I'm gonna pick one more. The mascara. These are like my 3 like hero products from Chantecaille. And I haven't even showed you the skincare. I have probably a video of skincare. I'll link it below, but I have some hero products of skincare. I use the BioLifting mask every day as my night cream. So my skin's looking really good. They have these polypeptides that fix this line, lateral and horizontal. That product is magic. And let me know if you want to know any more skincare recommendations. Okay, I forgot about the last thing. This rarely comes back in stock, and I haven't checked, but it might be still part of that cyber sale. CYBER is the 25% code for Chantecaille. This is the roller. This is $175. If it's in stock still, I highly recommend it, because every time I've done a Chantecaille video, it hasn't been in stock and the sale hasn't been this high. So I recommend this. This is the this is for sunlight to get energy for this. There's like microcurrents that go through here. You don't feel it like the zip. I have the zip, and I have to be honest, like the zip works probably even better than this, but I use this every day. So a tool is only as good as how often you're committed to using it. I have this on my skincare shelf. I use this every morning. This way pushes the lymph, and then I push down the lymph this way. I've been using this for close to 3 years. Would you say my skin looks pretty good? I think between Chantecaille, this SPF, I tried gua sha. I cannot do it. I have rosacea and super sensitive skin. This is the only rolling product that doesn't irritate my skin. Zip is really good too, but it's attached to an app. I'm going to be honest, like I don't use it all the time. If I have a special event, I do, but this is the product I use every single day in the morning, and it helps lift, depuffing, lifts up and pushes everything down that should. Buy this. Like basically, I'd be so sad if this broke or I lost this the next day because it's so spendy. Instantly, I would buy this one. $175, get it on discount. And then, Surratt, that's a really hard one. I think if I were to lose anything the next day and like all of it, I think I would definitely get the eyelash curler, Autographique liquid eyeliner, and then this is the Grande brush. I would get these 3 if you were thinking about like what is like the top 3 products. It's those 3. And then Westman Atelier, I really curated it for you. I don't have much Westman Atelier, although I've tried them. I've tried some of their products and I actually just passed them on because I didn't like them anymore. Westman Atelier concealer, find your shade. They have a chart. This is like one of my favorites this year, and I'm coming up with my favorite videos. I'm curating it now. This one, chef's kiss. This is definitely one of my favorite, not just favorite concealers this year, favorite products of this entire year. And then the contour, I've had this, I travel with it. Out of all the cream products, it's still my favorite out of all of them. Okay, that's it, beauty fam. If you found the video helpful, you can go ahead and support my channel by using any of the affiliate links I'm going to link below for the products. Shop the sale, get some money taken off. I have shopped what I needed to get and replace already, but I believe Chantecaille is 25% or 20 cyber. Surratt is already like discounted, but then stack my code Miki MIKI15 to stack the more discounts. And then there's Westman Atelier, which is also on sale, but I'll link all that information down below. I hope that was helpful. And if you don't want to shop the sale, that's fine too. I hope you found this video helpful, useful, put things on your wish list. Thanks for hanging out. As always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, beauty fam, take good care. Remember to give me a like and comment below. Take care, bye. I have the strangest feeling to know what to believe in. 'Cause every time you touch me, I can't control my body. Oh, baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you, I'm giving up.